Last year in Year 5, I did a project on the Mojave Desert, and while doing it I learned that there were loads of exclusive plants in the Mojave Desert which thrived on very little water, and I know how you're interested in droughts and how they may wipe out plant life. Do you think plants may have to adjust to what the plants are doing in the Mojave Desert if the world just keeps on getting hotter?
I mean, in Australia we've also got some really drought-adapted plants growing in the centre, and it's kind of disturbing when you go walking around in Tasmania in a dry year and you see plants that are hundreds and sometimes thousands of years old dying because of drought. And when you see that, you sort of realise that these are events that are really unusual for these species. So I think that's right. If we keep getting these very dry years, and this is not a very good year to make this speech, but in a really dry year, we keep sort of getting this erosion and these species becoming killed by drought, because each species can only survive a certain type of drought. So if it gets, when you get to a threshold, a whole suite of species will die. And if you put all the Tasmanian rainforest things in the Mojave Desert, they'd last about 10 minutes and then they'd all be dead. So for the same reason, that if we get a really dry event, like if it doesn't rain on the west coast for 2 weeks, if it just stops raining, like on the west coast in some places it rains almost every day, if it suddenly sort of stops raining for 2 weeks, all the plants up there look like they're just about ready to turn up their toes and die. So there are a lot of very, very sensitive things, and it's a very good question because it's something that I totally agree. I think there will be a lot of a change in the way, in the distribution of plants, and if they can't move fast, they'll just become extinct. And that will be the last we see of them.